Welcome and thanks for joining Deakin's Open Day. My name is Peter Eklund. I'm one of the professors in the School of Information Technology and I'll be the MC for today's presentation. We'll be hosting a live Q&A session straight after this presentation to answer any questions that you may have. In the meanwhile, it's my pleasure to introduce you to two of my colleagues who will talk to you about the Bachelor of Software Engineering, Dr. Kevin Lee and Dr. Fei Chen. Over to you, Kevin.
Hi and welcome everybody. This is a short presentation on the Bachelor of Software Engineering at Deakin University. This is an innovative and exciting four-year degree that gives you the skills and experience to solve the world's complex problems. I hope you find this presentation interesting. So firstly, my name is Kevin Lee. I'm the course director for the Bachelor of Software Engineering. I also teach several units on this course. My research interests are Internet of Things, robotics, applied distributed computing, and cloud computing.
My name is Fei Chen. I'm the Deputy Course Director for the Bachelor of Software Engineering. My research interests are software engineering, cloud computing, and edge computing.
So this is what we'll cover in today's presentation. Firstly, we're going to provide some context. So we're going to talk a bit about what software engineering is. Then we're going to talk about how it differs from computer science. Then we're going to provide some motivation for studying software engineering and provide some examples of opportunities a degree in software engineering can bring you. We'll then show you what a degree in software engineering looks like here, and then we'll show you all the different topics that you'll be studying. Finally, we will help you answer your question, why study at Deakin?
Software is everywhere. Your home, your car, your workplace, anywhere you go. Software is running in the background. Think about the complexity of all these examples. You have hardware, software, communications, people all interacting for a common goal. Software ties all of these together. But who creates the software? Who builds these systems? Software engineers do. So what is software engineering? Here is the definition. Software engineering is the application of a systematic, disciplined, quantifiable approach to the development, operation, and maintenance of software. Software engineering is about building software for all types of applications. It is systematic. Its main goal is to develop systematic models and reliable techniques for producing high-quality software on time and within budget. And these concerns extend all the way from theory and the principles to daily practice. It is disciplined. A software engineer applies a disciplined approach to the application of systematic techniques in the analysis, designing, implementation, testing, and maintenance of software. It is also quantifiable. Each software system can be evaluated by a quantifiable matrix.
So what can software engineers do? So as a software engineer, you'll be able to do a huge amount of tasks. So you'll be able to plan, manage, and execute a software project. You'll be able to analyze a given project, come up with designs and proposals, develop a solution, and then deploy that in the field and maintain that software, that product. As a software engineer of the future, you need to have a set of skills. So you need to have people skills, so how to interact with lots of different stakeholders, clients, or colleagues, etc. You need technology skills. So these are fast becoming web and mobile skills, distributed system skills, database skills, and understanding lots of different types of tools. And then you'll need to constantly have trending skills, so new skills that appear all the time. So these are artificial intelligence skills, robotics skills, Internet of Things skills, and cyber physical system skills. So studying software engineering at Deakin will allow you to develop all of these different types of skills. So software engineering is a discipline that really has links to every area of technology where we develop software. So there's lots and lots of areas that we're kind of focused on in the course and lots of things that you'll be aware of. So faster computer processors, more streamlined programming languages, the advent of the ability to code share across the internet are keeping software engineering going at a breakneck pace. So software engineers write the code, they write the algorithms, they write the applications that shape a huge amount of our day-to-day activity, our lives. and they'll continue to heavily and rapidly evolve technology. So there's a selection here of the types of technologies, types of areas that you may be aware of. So blockchain. So fundamentally, blockchain is the creation of a public, unhackable database controlled by nobody. So software engineers are at the forefront of developing that technology. So Internet of Things, the rollout of 5G and edge computing and device computing is going to supercharge the ability for these devices to speak to each other in real time. So this is the Internet of Things. Cybersecurity. Software engineers involved in developing cybersecurity technologies, and this is becoming a big concern for software engineers. And then over the years, our ability to write apps is evolving. So we're moving away from desktop apps to applications that exist in the mobile and websites and tablets and on our watches and phones, etc. So software engineers are involved in this. And also artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly more important. So if trained correctly, can automate and accelerate lots of different processes. So next we're going to ask what's the difference between computer science and software engineering. So lots of you will be thinking about studying IT and you're trying to work out what area you'd like to study. So the two main kind of areas are really computer science and software engineering. And really the main difference between these is computer scientists understand the underlying technologies and create those underlying technologies. So they focus and they create the algorithms. They focus and they build the compilers. They build the machine learning algorithms. They understand and build the cryptography and lots of other areas to do with networking and computation. Whereas on the software engineering side, it's about using the most appropriate tools and the best possible tools to solve the complex real world problems. And those, we don't just use those tools, we use them well, and the idea is that we're building solutions that are designed well, that scale well, that are portable and can be used in lots of different scenarios, that are maintainable for future users. So there's a distinction between the two. So next we'll ask, why study software engineering? So what opportunities does a degree in software engineering provide?
So there are plenty of job opportunities for students who study software engineering, such as software developer, quality assurance, consultant, architects, and so on. Each position has a different career path. For example, you can start as a software developer and then become a senior software developer, then team leader, and finally then become a developer manager.
So next we can highlight what a degree in software engineering looks like, so you can get a sense of the topics you'll be asked to study in this course. So this is a very high-level overview of what the software engineering would look like at Deakin University. So we have a number of units, so the course is divided into 32 credit points across the 4 years. We have 24 credit point core units, core points, and then we have 4 elective units. So in the course, there are 8 core computer science and programming units where you learn the basics of systems, and then you learn to program in a variety of languages and using algorithms. There are 2 core mathematics and physics units that provide you that kind of basis of skills to be able to use maths and physics in lots of other units. We have 6 units focused on robotics, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, where you'll do cutting edge work in those, like this guy on the right-hand side here, who's currently programming a drone. We have 5 project-based units in software engineering. So these are focused on software engineering, building effective solutions. We then have 2 industry-based research units in your last year, these are honors research projects. Then you have also 1 professional industry experience unit, so a placement unit. So at that point, then you can also, throughout the course, you can choose to do 4 elective units. So you need to do 4 elective units and you can choose between them. So we recommend that these are units that you'll find exciting and interesting. So lots of our students choose units in virtual reality, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, or a variety of related areas, and we'll provide lots of guidance on those. So note that this course is also accredited by the Australian Computer Society and also Engineers Australia. So that means that this makeup of the course meets the requirements to join those organizations as a professional member when you complete the course. And this is the broad structure of the course. This is an example of how you might complete all those units. So as I say, in the first 3 years, we build those computer science, maths, and programming skills with a variety of project units and also specific units in IoT, AI, robotics. What's important here is when you get to your third year, you'll do your third year capstone project. So you do this across 2 different trimesters alongside other units, and you also have the opportunity to do electives. And then in your 4th year, you do your honours research projects, and then you also do your placement and the opportunity to do some more electives as well.
Here's the entry requirements for software engineering course at Deakin. So the Bachelor of Software Engineering requires math methods. So this is because software engineering requires lots and lots of Boolean algebra. They help decision making when solving problems. So you really need to at least be able to read and understand math. In addition, a software engineer must solve problems. And the study of mathematics is a way to prepare the mind to create new solutions to new and old problems.
So finally, we ask a question: why study at software engineering, in particular at Deakin University?
So why do we study software engineering at Deakin? So first, it is globally recognized. It is accredited with Engineers Australia and the Australia Computer Society. It has a focus on cyber-physical systems, IoT, and robotics, and it adopts the project-based learning approach in the course. We also provide cutting-edge facilities to the students. And finally, the students have opportunities for industry placement with potential longer durations and opportunities to work on real problems in industry capstone projects. So we have lots of cutting edge facilities to provided to the students. So even though a lot of our students are online, it is still the case that 2/3 of our students study on campus. And understandably for many of us, the on-campus experience is a rite of passage in our lives, described by many of you, the best time of their life. In addition to everything that campus has to offer, like entertainment, cafes, restaurants, and student life, we also have some award-winning learning spaces and facilities. Notable among these is our robotics and the Internet of Things lab, it's so-called the RAW lab. And then there are also some other labs as well. For example, the VR lab allows students to interact with the VR devices. The security lab enables students to explore security techniques. The game lab allows students to develop modern games. The discovery lab provides opportunities for students to experience real-world IT projects. And the robotics lab mentioned above allows students to work with robots. And finally, the Mac lab enables students to program in different environments. So the RAW lab is a specialized facility where students can experience a lot of activities around robots. And online students can also have remote access to those robots.
So there's many opportunities for whilst doing a degree at Deakin University. And as I said, the software engineering course has 4 elective unit spaces, which you can choose to do units of your choice. So as with many Deakin courses, that's equivalent to a full trimester of study. So if you're interested, you can use that to study overseas or one of our partner universities. So many of our students have spent time on exchange study in Europe, in the US, Japan, Vietnam, South Asia, and China. And you'll receive credit for the study towards your degree. So in addition to being able to study around the world, you'll also complete a industry project. So all of our IT students across all of our IT degrees complete a 2-team project unit in their final year. So in software engineering, you're actually doing this in your 3rd year. So it's designed to provide you experience interacting with lots of different types of students, lots of different types of people, and you work with an external client, and you work on a project experience, which is the real culmination of your academic and intellectual experiences at university. And you design, execute a real world project as part of a team. So this is very much a rehearsal about working in a team as a software engineer.
So in the same view as the capstone units, work integral learning is a feature of all Deakin course, and it prepares all students for working life. So there are 2 types of work integral learning. The first, where our students spend 60 days in an approved host company, and the other, where our students spend 3, 6, or even 12 months as a paid internship, which we call industry-based learning.
Okay, so now I'd like to introduce Kalade, who is a current 3rd year software engineering student. Thanks for joining us, Kalade. I've got a few questions for you, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us. Can I ask what made you choose Deakin as a university?
What made me choose Deakin is the fact that Deakin focuses more on a practical aspect rather than a theoretical aspect. As when you graduate, you'll need to apply what you've learned, and if you have little practical experience, it may struggle to catch up with your peers.
So that's Deakin, but what about software engineering? Why did you choose software engineering?
What made me choose software engineering was its versatility. Software engineers cannot be confined to just like a games developer or a back-end developer. I can develop games and still be a software engineer. I can then move to back-end development and still be a software engineer.
Cool. Okay, so what have been the highlights so far in your degree?
My highlights so far have been able to get my hands on the narrow robots, which are available in the Riot Lab. And also, I heavily enjoyed my 2nd robotics unit, robotics application development, was able to develop an autonomous robot that can navigate around static objects.
Cool. And what about your plans for after your studies? What are you planning on doing?
My plan after my studies would be to commence a graduate role or continue one if I already have one, and also to continue working on small hobbyist projects to expand my portfolio.
So we've all had a difficult time in the last few months. So what do you think firstly about studying at Burwood campus, and then how has it been like studying online only during all the COVID virus restrictions in the last few months?
So studying at Burwood campus is great. We get access to a lot of facilities and technologies like the narrow robot I mentioned earlier. And studying online during COVID restrictions has been a little tough, as I am a very accustomed to studying in the library at Deakin, using all their facilities, and that's where I can really focus on my work, as I'm not really distracted there. And at home, there are just too many distractions for me to properly study.
So are you involved in any of the clubs or societies at Burwood?
Yeah, I'm involved in a couple. I'm involved in the anime club, the games development club, and also the software engineering club.
Okay, thanks very much for that. It was very nice to talk to you.
No problem.
There are various of scholarships opportunities available at Deakin. So for example, the Ignite Scholarship. This scholarship has been created to ignite women's interest in industry areas traditionally dominated by men, including engineering, information technology, and construction management. So the winner of the scholarship will receive $5,000 per year plus an academic mentor. So another type of scholarship available is Bar-1 Water scholarships. So the Bar-1 Water scholarship is offered to students commencing in a degree in various disciplines, including information technology. So the winner will receive cash payment up to $2,000 per year of the standard course duration. And another type of scholarship is the Bar-1 Water scholarship for women in STEM. It is offered to female students commencing a degree offered by the Faculty of Science, Engineering, and Built Environment. So the winner will receive a cash payment up to $2,000 per year.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining us today. It's been really good to see so many people interested in software engineering across the day. If you'd like to learn more, then please explore our virtual open day website, which has information about all our courses and IT courses, where you'll find lots of additional information. And we'll hope you will stay with us now for our live Q&A. So we'll all be here to chat to you about lots of questions you may have, which we're about to kick off. If you need to head to another session, then you can speak to our experts on live chat at any time throughout the day. Thank you very much.